Here's the scoop. Rachel's got the scoop. Here's the scoop. Rachel's got the scoop.
Hello, I'm Rachel, and I'm about to interview Berkley Hart. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Berkley Hart, a fabulous, award-winning band from San Diego. Hi, Jeff and Carmen.
How you doing, Rachel?
Hi, Rachel.
Thanks for having us on the show today.
Anytime. Can you tell our viewers about yourself?
Well, my name's Jeff Berkley. I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm part of the duo Berkley Hart.
And I'm Calman Hart. I'm Hart of Berkley Hart. And Jeff and I have been playing together for a little 25 years now. So
We started when we were 5 years old. Just kidding.
Jeff is funny.
Yeah, I try to be.
How do you guys become a group?
Wow. Well, a few years back in San Diego, there was this really great coffee house called Java Joe's, which was that had live music, and for a long time there, kind of live music was happening in the coffee houses around San Diego, even more than bars, and so we kind of met
at Java Joe's, and I think it's important we point out that this was before Joe Musgrove took over the name Java Joe.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they're calling him.
The baseball player.
Baseball
right.
player Joe Musgrove. His parents own a coffee house, and they're calling him Java Joe. And every time I hear it on the baseball game, I go, "No, that's not Java Joe.
Yeah,
Java Joe is Joe Flamini, who started Java Joe's many years ago."
That's right.
Which is where we met.
Right, and where we first met Rachel, who was much younger then. Back then, you were not even walking or talking yet when we first met you.
Yes.
And watching you grow up has been an amazing thing. And now she's got her own show, which we always knew somehow was going to happen eventually. But it was that Java Joe's place where we first met, and we started playing songs together, writing songs together, and mostly just hanging out and having fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, I remember meeting you when I was a kid, and you were playing with Tim Flannery.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like playing with Tim?
Playing with Tim is an amazing adventure every time. He's an incredible, passionate person, really kind-hearted, generous performer. He's always handing over the stage to us and saying, "Hey, you guys sing one," and even though it's his show, but being in a band with him has been great. I've been in his band for a long time, and I started out as the percussionist playing drums, and then I moved to guitar later on, and it's just been a blast. We get to travel a little bit, and Tim's a great songwriter, and he's become an amazing friend, and we actually made his last record right here at the studio you're sitting in. And it's a great. I'm still in his band. However, I think it's been like 24, 23 years or something like that. I still get to do it. It's really, really fun.
This is Molly Graham.
Molly Graham, yeah. You know that song?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Tim wrote this very traditional sounding Irish song called Molly Graham about a fiddle player named Molly Graham. And he always had a live Irish dancer at the show. She would come dancing out through the audience, and she started out doing the shows when she was, I don't know, she couldn't have been more than 8 or 9 years old, and now she's 40 years old and married and has kids of her own, and that's how long we've been doing
You better
this.
hope she's 40, because when she sees this, if she's not.
I'm pretty sure she's getting right up in that area. Yeah, I'm almost positive. But of course, I remember things differently. She's probably 27 or something like that.
Right.
But I know she's grown up.
All right. So, give us the scoop what award did you win for a San Diego Music Award?
Can you believe it?
What's that?
The San Diego Music Awards?
Well, yeah, we just won another one this year. We have a video called Faded Tattoo.
Yeah.
And if you haven't noticed all the tattoos on Jeff's arms, we filmed it at him getting one of those tattoos at the tattoo place.
We wrote a song right around the time I was starting to get tattoos. I've gotten tattoos later in my life. Calvin and I wrote a song called Faded Tattoo.
Right.
That's a metaphor about memories and experience and the way life kind of is stored in our memory banks, you know. So that's the video. They came and shot at the tattoo parlor while I got this tattoo. And Beth Emmerich, who's an amazing tattoo artist, is in the video, and it's kind of cool. Charisse Coulter made the video, and you guys can go to YouTube. Just look up Berkley Hart Faded Tattoo.
How many albums have you made, and which one is your favorite?
Boy, Calvin, how many is it?
Boy, it might be like 12 or 13. If you, we have all of our normal sort of Berkley Hart albums, and then we have a Christmas album. We made an album with Eve Sellis and Mark Intravaya, with a bunch of songs we wrote with them called Berkley Hart Sellis Twang.
Yeah, it's like 12 or 13.
Yeah, Jeff's made a couple of solo albums. I have a couple of solo albums. So I mean, all told, we have a lot.
You asked our favorite. I don't want to speak for both of us, but the truth is, our favorite album is the next one. That's because that's how artists are. We just we're happy with what we did, but even a painter, once you've painted the painting, it's kind of not really yours anymore. You've got it out there and it's everybody else's, and we're just thinking about the next one. So that's
plus the favorite. When people ask me that, sometimes I'll say they're asking us kind of a Sophie's choice, because it's like choosing which is your favorite child. I mean, these albums are our children, and when you're making it, it is your favorite one, like Jeff said, while you're making it. But I will say, I have a soft spot for our very first album. Because we didn't know what this was going to become, and we made this album back, 20 whatever years ago, and it's still, I think, probably my favorite if I have to choose.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that come see us play like that record a lot too, for sure.
Jeff, how do you become a producer?
I'm not really sure how it happened, to be honest with you. Just slowly but surely, I realized pretty early on that all I could really do was music. I was never probably going to be... I think the last sort of non-musical job I had was working in a farm supply yard in Vista, California. And I'm allergic to everything. I'm allergic to all animals and hay. So I would come home every day just all puffy and couldn't breathe, and it was just a nightmare. And so to make a living in music, you've got to learn how to do sort of all the different things, because it's hard to make a living out of just one aspect of the business, performer or producer or booking agent or whatever. And so one of the things I learned to do, and Calvin and I sort of learned this early on together from our first record. We made this record called Reckon So, and I kind of got the bug for recording. I was there and watching the engineer and watching the producer that we had hired, Marty Amato, and Calvin and I. Calvin's a great producer as well, and I had learned from people before me, and just sort of slowly but surely started making records, and people liked them, and so I started making more.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, so in my last episode, I interviewed Jason Mraz after Kaleidoscope. Have you ever played with him?
We did get to play with Jason, didn't we?
Yeah, more than once.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, we've known Jason since he came to town.
Mm-hmm.
When he came to San Diego, he showed up at Java Joe's.
Yeah.
And we met him back then, and we played many shows together with him at Java Joe's, especially prior to all of us making records.
Yeah.
And
he came and opened for us. I think him and Toka opened a show for us.
When he was young, he opened one of our shows, and then I would say it was maybe a year later we asked if we could open his show.
Right, exactly.
That's how it changed. So
All right. Jason Mraz helped me with my confidence. How do you guys stay confident?
I think you build confidence by being not afraid to try things, and every time you do something and you realize whether you succeeded or failed, you realize you got through it, you get the confidence to try more things. I think people have a hard time trying things. I remember somebody said once, if you try something, you might fail, but if you don't try, you will fail. And I think the confidence to know that it's okay to try something and maybe not succeed is something you learn just by, being bold and trying.
And as far as like what that means to us as performers, we spend a lot of time on stage making fools of ourselves. You realize in those moments, okay, don't do that again. But it's not the end of the world, like Calvin said.
Yeah.
And so next time you're a little more confident to step out, knowing that even if you do fail, it's no big deal. So
Awesome. Anything else you want to tell our viewers about?
Well, I just am amazed by you. First of all, sorry to interrupt. I just interrupted her when she said, "Is there anything else that we want to tell the viewers?" Mostly, this is such a cool thing that you're doing. You're so good at this. And what a cool conversation this has been already.
It's just really, I agree, it's just really great. I mean, having watched you from the time you were born,
Yes.
I mean, literally
this
an
is
infant.
it's really great to see you doing this.
It is so cool.
I hope you're enjoying it.
I am.
Are you? Yeah, that's the main thing. It's so cool to get to talk to you and hang out with you, and to watch you just grow up into like a grown person. It's just so beautiful.
Well, I love you.
I love you too, and thank you for having us on your show.
Well, anytime.
Okay.
Thank you for being on Here's the Scoop. Rachel and Berkley Hart out.
Monday morning, crack of dawn, I'm already dressed. Grandma's making fried potatoes, wearing her Sunday best. She said, son, go wash your hands and fix yourself a plate. We got to go into town today, and you know we can't be late. Where's Charlie? We gotta get him dressed and fed. Don't you tell me that boy is still in bed. Hey, bang on the door and wake up Charlie. Tell that boy to rise and shine. Bang on the door and wake up Charlie. The kettle's on, the sun is high. We got to be at the jail by night.